Okay, so it's recording on that side. What about the other side? Already? All right, cool. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. This is another episode of the Mental Threads podcast. I have my guest. You go by Big Shadow or Big Mother?
Well, formerly known as Big Muva, it's officially Shadow, just Shadow.
Okay, what made you want to choose the name of Shadow?
Well, because beautiful things happen in the dark. Beautiful things come from the dark. You have to be the light to see through the dark. So I just created a new name. I wanted a whole new persona because as Big Mother, so many people, like, whether I wanted to be a role model or not, so many people forced me into a role model position and just forced me to be like the motherly figure, or that's how they viewed and judged me. And I was like, yeah, I'll be fucked up too. Don't be trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Be kind of sucking your energy in a sense.
Don't take my advice, nigga. You might be fucked up too. Like, but yeah, I didn't want to be that. And then ultimately, I didn't even start as Big Mother. I started as Mother Earth.
Oh yeah, I know. I saw that looking through like your YouTube page. What inspired you to pick the Mother Earth name before you transitioned to Mother and then now?
Well, okay, so I was rapping with my brother. Shout out to ATG, okay? Ace to be God. If y'all ain't following him, go follow him.
Okay.
But we had a group called Pharaoh Music.
Oh.
Yeah, and my very first project was actually called the Black Power Project.
Oh.
And that's when I was Mother Earth. And, you know, I was a whole lot more spiritual. I was a whole lot more, you know, into just Black Power, Neo Soul, and us.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's where it started. And then it ended July 10th, 2018. My husband actually got shot and killed.
Oh,
and it was a black man that murdered my husband.
Yeah, I think you mentioned it on one of your songs and like your
Yeah.
EPs. Yeah, would you want to like go into detail about that like later on, or just want to leave it like alone?
We could go into detail about it. It's fine. I'm healed. I'm healing. You know what I'm saying? It's a constant journey.
Okay.
But after he passed away, really, I just became Big Mother. It was like, yeah, put the big on that, because I'm big on that. I'm not playing with y'all. Like,
Truly.
I don't know. The preaching and lifting of black people kind of changed, because it was like, how I'm going to fight for y'all, and y'all, look what y'all did to me. Like,
yeah, no, I know that all too well, man. And it's a really sad thing, too, because it's like, especially internally when it's your nature to kind of like, look out for your people and you want your people to progress and everything, and then you get caught up in like what the Boondocks would describe as a nigga moment and everything, and it takes people's lives. And then, you know, it's just like you reach this age, like I'm 26 right now, and it's just like I pray every day, bro, just to cover my friends and my family, because it could really, anything could happen. Anybody can feel some type of jealousy or some type of malice to the point where, or emotional outbursts. Like I remember, I think my brother, he didn't really get caught up in a situation, but I think he witnessed like a situation or was near a situation where someone got shot because they scraped another person's car. Just a little scrape that you could have just let your insurance deal with it. You got to take somebody's life for over that.
it's crazy out here.
It's
crazy.
It's just it's like we don't even think twice to harm our people, and it's like, why can't we reverse it to like not think twice to help our people? You know, It's just, I just feel like the system has got our minds so hazed up to the point where it's just like we don't even think about it. It's just reactory.
Right, and I think that's kind of more so why I just transitioned my music. It was like, I no longer want to pour into those people. I kind of sort of just wanted to get my story out. Like, if you, like how you say, listening to my music, you can hear my story. I'm telling it. I'm like, you know, these things are happening. This is what's happening. I intentionally leave a lot of stuff out of my music because my mom actually writes books.
Okay.
And I'm trying to get my mom to write me. She got 5 published books. I'm actually trying to get her to write my autobiography.
That's cool.
Yeah. That's why I'm a wordsmith, okay? Like, my mom used to, like, when we got in trouble, she'd put us in a room and be like, yeah, the dictionary is your best friend. You're going to have to read the dictionary. You can't watch TV. So, like, I was forced to read the dictionary, and now I use words really well.
That is very, very cool. She was very wise to do so.
Yeah.
Although you couldn't find, like, a balance between the TV and everything, like, encyclopedia, you know, but it's just, like, because it's good to know, like, you know, kind of see the patterns of how they try to program us, and then really trying to distinctly try to make, like, what's that word, like answer to that, and through dictionary learning as well. So I feel like things should be kind of balanced, but that's just my how my worldview in regards to that. But that's very heavy, the reveal that your husband. That was your husband that that was shot. Could you really describe what situation led to it? Don't want to have to push it too hard, boy.
Well, so I don't know if you know who Trap De Niro is. SPO.
I don't think I heard the term De Niro.
SPO is a clothing line here. Well, it was here in Charlotte. They kind of moved to California and Georgia. It's like going around. There's a lot of celebrities in it. But my husband had a group that we called 448, and they was pushing clothes, pushing music before other people was doing it. Like this is like 2006, early 2015, 16. They actually got signed to Quality Control.
Oh, QC?
They actually got signed to Quality Control, and he was supposed to go on tour August the 10th. He died in July. He died a month before the tour started. So.
Dang, they got him before he got on tour?
Exactly.
That is crazy.
And I say that to say he pretty much was just a nigga with money, a nigga that was balling, a nigga that was out here looking good and getting to it, moving around. And, people envy. People want that. And
yeah, man, it's so sad because you want to put your art out there to be, just for people to kind of relate to it or just kind of get some type of inspiration from it, and then they get a sense of just hatred towards the people, and yeah, it's a very
especially when it's a lot of people that'll help you before they hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and genuinely, us as a people, we'll help you before we hurt you, but. When it comes to a younger-minded person, that's not what they're thinking of. That's not what they care about,
Yeah, and in regards to younger-minded, whatever, I feel like it just depends on your soul. I feel like there's people with souls who are just old souls, and they kind of see the world for what it is and what it can be. And there's people who are so short-sighted because they're so fresh and they're so that they haven't really lived any lives over and over again to really just kind of take it in. Really, it's just more reactory. It's just I need a fast car. This guy's doing better than me. I can't take that, or I can't clap for this person. And then I noticed that a lot of folk they're traumatized people, but due to their environment. But at the same time, I feel like a lot of them have very, very young souls. Like their values are very short-sighted and shallow.
Accurate.
And that could lead people to just reacting all types of way. I'm so sorry that you had to go through that, man.
That's not even the half of it.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about that, man, because I hate how I had to be like that. And he was originally from Charlotte, right? Yeah, I can see that. And it's just like, I don't want it for our future to just kind of be like that as a city, because we have yet to put a face out there and everything. Well, I mean, we had the baby and everything, but it's like, I feel like we need a movement, like an actual,
like a group, like we taking it by storm, not just one person. Yeah. But I also feel like, it's a lot of people who I feel like, the music industry in Charlotte currently is not Charlotte. It's a lot of people from out of town who have just gotten here. So they miss the people, who are going to be somebody, but those people are no longer here either. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you always had to step out of town to become something, and then everybody rides your dick over it when you're outside. And it's just like, I hate that it has to be like that, but that's just how a majority of people are.
The one thing for Charlotte is, I feel like we have to protect those people. The fans aren't protecting the artist anymore, and that has to be a thing. Like, if and protection doesn't mean like, oh, I'm going to keep this person safe. Protection could even mean like, hey, bro, you need to get out of here. It's time for you to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, people are just trying to look for everybody's best interest without any weird ulterior motives. And it's like, yeah, no, I feel that, man. And it's just, it's really a jungle out here.
It is.
Because it's just not because it's just ghetto or whatever type stuff, because there's a ghetto everywhere. But at the same time, it's just, there's a whole lot of unknown to how to navigate the spaces of hip hop through Charlotte, because there's a lack of identity. Like West Coast, they have their Ice-T's, their Tupacs, their Warren G's, their NWA and everything.
I feel like the lack of identity comes from the melting pot, though. Charlotte has been a melting pot for decades now.
Yeah.
This isn't new. People have been coming and flooding Charlotte since I was a child.
And it's like the advantages of that is where it's just like, you don't know what type of business they got into before they came here. Exactly. So they can start a whole new persona, and then they could create a character where it's like they're just the best, whatever. You know, like how you hear a lot of like people from New York come down here and say like they ran New York, and it's like, bro, there's like how many people in New York?
Yeah.
One person ran New York.
Yeah.
You just had fun. Just say you had fun. Yeah. Like, why are you talking about building persona saying you ran the whole city and then you came down here? How can you run the city and go somewhere else?
Right.
Run the city and run out of the city? Yeah, it's just like
it'd be different.
And it's not just New York. It's like other people too. You know,
Yeah,
it's just like I don't want to just say I just like a lot of New Yorkers that come to Charlotte.
Just different places. Different places. Period.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, for my viewers out there, I love my New York people that come. My best friend from New York, he's dope. Yeah. But it's just like there's still those people that that just come through and then just have to build these personas, and it's just like I just kind of shake my head like, bro, what?
And I feel like Charlotte not even a place for that. Like it's enough hate already going around in this city. Like just come here, show some love. Because that's what Charlotte needs the most. Yeah,
we're an underdog city, and I say this every episode of my podcast, bro. And that's the beautiful thing.
Shout out to Real Morano, because my man got the merch that say "From Charlotte with Love." Like,
oh, cool! Yes, that's dope. Send me a link to that. I'd like to buy it. I definitely will. Because I feel like that would sound like a hard mixtape if that was the title too.
He's an artist as well.
Oh, really? He needs to drop a mixtape called "From Charlotte with Love" just before anybody else does it.
Yeah. Him and I'm not sure if you heard of Queen Lene, but she got a page where she drops a lot of dope affirmations. Oh. Yeah, they got a dope little From Charlotte with Love movement going on, and that's what needs to be spread and pushed out through the city.
Yeah, no, 100%. Actually, 200% for sure. Like, cause it's just like I feel like that could really carry us. Like, it all starts like momentum. Like, we all have to carry that momentum forward. We can't just put someone forward and then someone get killed or somebody get canceled or somebody just they don't fuck with someone, they hate on them so much that people don't even reach out the city, and it just discourages people from even going forward. Like, why even try this stuff anymore? But it's just like for any artists out there, keep pushing, keep trying. There are a lot of people who are willing to see you work and clap for you. I'm one of them. I'll show up at an event, I'll clap. I have yet to get on a mic and everything and perform. I've made songs before, but I still haven't performed it. Mm-hmm. And it's just still a step-by-step process to building that confidence to do so. But until then, I'm still clapping for everybody. And that's just, I feel like we all need to share that.
And I'm clapping for everybody too. I'm not even just clapping for them. If I hear something you can do better, I'm down to help you. Like I'm willing to give a helping hand, and that's what's missing in this world.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Now, going to the sense of like life growing up, I know you mentioned it's just like that your mom made you read the dictionary, so it kind of made you more self-aware of all types of words. Would you say that your mother was very much more of a educator in a sense, like, and like, was she a teacher? Was that her job, or that's just her nature?
No, that's just who she is. That she, like I said, she's a writer herself. So being able to articulate herself and her children being able to articulate themselves has just always been something that's big for her. Like even with my little sister, she goes to Trinity downtown. She's in the best private school, but that little girl right there, when I say can speak in those words that you be like, what that mean?
Like Holy Trinity? Is that what it is?
No, Trinity Episcopal. It's in the heart of downtown Charlotte. It's like the top school in Charlotte.
Okay. Well, I thought about Holy Trinity, like the Catholic school, like the middle school. Okay,
it is a Catholic school. It's
okay. Maybe it's just a different type of Catholic school. Okay, it's like private school. I know that all too well. My parents got me through private school through like elementary school and everything.
I
was
just like public school kid. She better now. I'm thankful for who she is now as well. But growing up, we had encyclopedias. I also had my grandma though. Like, it wasn't just my mom; it was my mom and my grandma. My grandma actually, smart woman, amazing woman, strong woman. She retired doing stocks and bonds for a living. Like, my grandma, I told you she the treasury at the church. My grandma the treasury everywhere she go. They call her the money lady. Like, I swear, like,
that's good.
I got the same spirit. Like, so I don't know. It's just always been educated, strong women around me as far as with my mom and my grandma. So that's just been something that was put in me. Like, I was born with that.
Okay, wonderful. What about on the male side of the family? Everything pretty okay on that end, or it's just like, want to talk about it? Sorry, you don't want to talk about it.
Crazy story. It is like you asked. Like, I never even asked these questions.
Okay, no problem. I just try to like give people. So if you don't want to answer, that's cool. Like, it's no problem. We can skip it.
It don't bother me. It don't bother me.
As long as you're comfortable, man. As long as you're comfortable.
But it is just like, dang, it's crazy to have like this kind of interview with somebody and they actually be deep like that.
Hey, Mental Threads podcast.
I love this.
Going through it.
Nah, but crazy story. Okay, so boom. I got two daddies. I'm a Westbrook, but my Westbrook daddy, not my biological daddy. I found out who my real daddy was when I turned 18, but both of them was in my life growing up.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah,
it's so beautiful.
It's so crazy. It's a crazy story, but yeah. So I got two dads, and I love both of them. My real dad passed away after my husband did. I lost my husband in 2018. I lost my dad in 2019.
Oh man, my apologies. I'm so sorry.
My dad actually committed suicide. So yeah, like that's why mental health be so real for me. And I'd be like, yeah, black mental health, love, peace, prosperity, because
that is so sad.
Yeah,
my
you never
apologies.
know.
My apologies. No, because it's like I don't say like I never know, but I know it all too well.
Yeah.
You know, I've had my issues and everything with depression and everything. You know, I've been on the edge a couple times, and I'm just happy that I have like family and friends that are just willing to stand by me throughout those dark periods and everything, and I feel like I gained a new strength going forward. And just for the audience, if there's a man or woman who's watching this, everything, who's having their issues internally, be sure to just step out, you know, out of your comfort zone, reach out, speak to somebody, you know, whether it be a therapist, somebody at church, or whatever the case may be, whether it's through spirituality,
picking up a hobby,
picking up a hobby,
roller skating,
reading, exercising, anything that just gets you out of that mindset and everything, because it's just like, you know, moments are very temporary, and once you kind of can look back on it and actually look at the bad and take it with the good at the same time, and finding a balance between that, you can be able to live a more fruitful and full life. And it's just something to always keep in mind, you know. It's just like you matter. And you're caught up in other people's lives too, and they would love to they'd rather have you here than just not there at all, you know, regardless of how you might feel internally. If that's how you feel around them and they make you feel alone, maybe it's time to find a different group of people.
That is exactly what it is. I tell people, you know, I don't sit in rooms where I'm not wanted, I'm not comfortable, and they not uplifting me. I'm not in those rooms. The rooms that I'm in, we're all building, we're all growing, we're all pushing each other to be better people. We're all trying to attain our dreams, and we're trying to do that shit through building community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, seriously. Yeah, like I brought it up in the last episode with Sam DeNovo. I'm not sure if you know him. It's like he's an artist and everything. He be at the Charlotte Spark event. I know though the upcoming Charlotte Spark is coming up and everything. But it's just like, yeah, building a community in Charlotte is so crucial to our success, bro. It's just like, but also I feel like a lot of us have to step out and really build a community globally, because I'm sad to say it, but Charlotte is one of those type of writer type, you know, as soon as you're on, it's like, oh, you're so great. But before you get on, it's like, oh no, that's trash. I don't want to listen to that. It's not like everything I listen to. It's like, you know, it's just like, oh, I always believed in you.
But that's why building community is important. That's why building community is important, because I feel like, you know, like, no, I don't make the best music, but
your music is dope.
Look,
so let me just put that out there. Her music is so dope, bro.
Thank you. I always get that. I always get, oh, you make great music. You know what? I'm probably my worst critic. I'm probably my biggest critic.
That's what comes with being an artist. We're all our worst critics, bro.
I'm a little harsh on myself. I'm only human. I have to take it a little easier on me, and then so should you.
That's how you know your stuff is great, because you're mindful about it. Now you're just trying to put stuff out there just to get clout off of it. So it's just like, you know, that's always a good sign and everything. But your music is really, really dope. Well, anyway, that's what you were saying. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah. I can't even remember. Hold on, because that just made me like, oh, thank you. But I just feel like, you know, as an artist, my music may not be the best music, but because I build community, I've already built relationships. So once they hear my music and they actually hear what I'm saying, they can connect better with my story. They can connect better with me, because you can't feel my music unless you know me and my story. Like, you probably can, because we all have been through some things, you know. But once you know me, it's a different kind of story for you. Like, you listen to the project completely different. My very last album was called MOM. MOM is an acronym for Mind Over Matter.
Oh, Oh, that's what it meant. I thought it was just like I saw the M. I don't know what the acronym is. I know it connects to mom, but it's just like okay, mind over matter. That's dope. That's dope. You got to re-release it like as like an album release too, but with extra songs. Or maybe like a sequel title.
I'm thinking about doing like a series of them. I'm thinking about doing a little series of them.
That could also work too. You know, seriously, yeah. It's because I got a couple lists of like songs and everything that was really like off the mom EP, like Trilogy and Insomnia, Inadequate, and Mental. Like I said earlier from the YouTube, it was all really good stuff for real. We're getting pretty close to the 20-minute increment. Take. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, just getting close to the 20 minutes. Just want to let you know and everything. We're getting close to the 20-minute increments. You know, just let me know like when we're. 10 seconds. About 10 seconds. Okay, cool. Yeah, like the 20-minute increment I was telling you about earlier and everything. Like, yeah. So, we're going to intermission. Yeah, 10 seconds.
I got a song called Intermission, too.
Oh, nice.
It's not released, though. That's in the tuck.
It'll come soon. Back on? Okay, cool. Yeah, we got to do that every 20 minutes. Everything, no problem. But it's like, just want to be able to speak on your performance at the Summer in Charlotte event. Okay. It was a Misfit function, as he said earlier, and everything. What got you connected with Trey Rhodes and Drew Billions?
Okay, so I actually knew the artist that was on the function. I actually knew Bam, Naj, and I didn't know Solus, but I met him.
Cool dude, right?
Yeah, he's really, really cool. I like Solus. I want to work with him. I actually want to do some music with him. I like his voice. Yeah. And as I rebrand, I want to create a different sound. I'm trying to get out of, I don't want to say making sad music, but I definitely want to get out of the key G. I heard that G was the saddest key.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I was told. So I'm trying to get out of key G.
Good to try new things.
Yeah, and I'm trying to make, a different kind of music and sound. So I want to work with Solus because he has like a
very uplifting.
Yeah. He's very uplifting. Work with him.
And his vibe is really uplifting too, and everything, which I feel like that's really gonna serve him greatly in his music career because it's just like we have a lot of low vibrational music. I fuck X amount of bitches. I do this amount of drugs to the point where people actually confuse it for being a personality. And like Solus is just confident in himself and just fucks with himself. And I feel like that's a true MC and everything. You ain't gotta be like the most lyrical or whatever, but it's just like he's himself when he's on there. When he's on stage, you connect instantly.
That's what I love about the whole Misfits as a group. Every last one of them are themselves, they're not living in nobody's shadow. They're not trying to be another artist. They're not even thinking about making the kind of music they're making. Everybody had a different sound. Everybody had a distinctive sound that was true to themselves that they created there. You know what I'm saying? I
can't wait to have Solus on the podcast. That's gonna be a dope conversation. But it's like he works with Grindhouse Studios, and I'm planning on working with them next time I get paid because I know it's like a $200 like a month like subscription for unlimited hours, but it's like open 24 hours, so you can pretty much schedule some time with the engineer if you want to set up some time to record. So it's like it's really good situation. And I'm really planning on trying to get back in the studio again. My plan is to drop at least 24 songs this year. Hopefully, if things align pretty well and everything.
I just had a conversation with somebody the other day. As a matter of fact, this was last night. They wanted me to help them with like creating their project. Oh yeah. And they had a board, and their board had probably like 20-something songs on it that they wanted finished by the end of the year. I looked at them and I said, when you create music, if you have 20 songs, you need 20 covers.
20 covers. Okay.
Start there. And
make singles and everything.
Well, each single really needs a cover for itself because people are going to play it separately. It can be pushed separately as well as the project. Oh yeah. And that's just one thing that you're going to need, but you're also going to have to figure out how are we going to push and promote all of this? Like, we're going to push and promote the project, but we have to shoot a video for every last one of these songs. We have to have a strategy for it. And the way that the internet is working, your best bet it's just the structure.
Yeah, it just depends on how you want to go about it. Like, I know I had this conversation with another artist because like the last project I dropped, it was like a whole project, but I released like the early rough drafts of the songs on the project to kind of give people a feeling of what was up to come, and that was like my way to kind of market it at first.
I think you should do like I feel like for anybody with music, we have 6 more months left into this year, really. Yeah. So if you want to actually reach the people, the best way to do it will be 2 songs a month for the rest of the year.
2 songs,
and that's if you're established.
Okay.
But like if you're starting from the ground up, you want to do 1 song because you need, like, the first week you need to tell people you're finna drop a song, and they need to be ready to get. They need to be. And you can't tell them, hey, I'm finna drop this song. You got to do it in a fun way because of how the internet working. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You got to be able to find some type of strategy.
The second week, you have to push it and actually figure out who was listening. The second week is when you look at your insight. And you say, okay, this is where it got the best hype. Third week is when you advertise it to your insight. By the 4th week, now you know what you're doing. You see the traction. So, and that's for each song.
Yeah, I'll take your advice on that one too, because you got hella subscribers on your YouTube channel and everything. At least I think it's hella subscribers and everything. Like
I looked at that today and was like, oh shit. I'm not lying.
It's just like it's a pattern to go about it, But it's the weirdest thing about it is somebody can blow up with just 1 song, and everything, and it's like the way how I want to go about it is. But it's
that's
like
how you want to put it out there properly. If you just, you know what I'm saying?
Make sure the right eyes get to it and everything. I always want to just put like a couple singles out, and then like keep a couple songs for the actual project,
the more
so
I
to
make
gain
content,
interest.
The more I learn, the more I also learn that like the TikTok algorithm. The TikTok algorithm, like how you said, one video can get a bunch of eyes. It's no longer about the bunch of. Like if you get a post and it gets 100,000 plays, you didn't get 100,000 followers.
Oh yeah.
You feel me?
People just kind of see it and just move to the side.
To the next thing.
Yeah.
Like it didn't attract, like it may attract to some people to follow, but it didn't attract everyone. So the goal is to make them come to you. Your call to action. You need to come follow me. I'm dropping some shit you want all the time. And then it has to be advertised to them and shown to them in a way that they always want to see it.
Yeah, because I feel like a big part of being an artist is really more in the hands of just like marketing, I suppose. You could be some artists that don't even try, but they put all their time and money into marketing whatever character they're displaying or just whatever, and that's what carries them on and everything. Right. There could be some artists I know, like some independent art, who are really, really dope and everything, who aren't even from Charlotte. And I'll be like, dang, what happened to him? And everything. They'll drop like some really, really dope songs, and like, they'll get some traction, and then poof, I don't hear nothing about them for a while. So it's just like I feel like consistency also feeds into that as well. Just the meaning, just having your eye just set on trying to get established. But anyway, going into detail about your experience at the Summer in Charlotte event, what led you to that event?
My tribe. I'll just say that. I feel like I'm a misfit as well. I'm an honorary misfit. So you know what I'm saying? Like, the main thing for me is to, like I said, continuously be around my tribe, be around my audience, be around community, build community. I'm really good at bringing people out. I get booked a lot as an artist. I actually get paid to perform now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like because I'm selling tickets. I'm gonna sell tickets. Like I can get people to buy tickets that might not even show up, but they done bought them 4 tickets.
Oh, okay,
like,
nice.
So I like to show up. I like to build community. I like to bring different people out. Some people may be painters, or you know what I'm saying? Like they just do different kinds and different forms of art. So I like to connect dots and just put us all in a room so that I can show people like, boom, this is your target audience. Yeah,
and that whole that whole event and everything was just nothing but like spirits around you, like especially when Nigel started that whole monologue in the beginning, talk about like this is pretty much a place where you don't get really like overly judged or people make a safe space for creative types, and I'm just like I really felt every word he said about that. I can't wait to get him on the podcast too.
He's amazing.
I went
to college with him.
Oh really? Y'all both went to NCCU?
Yeah,
that is crazy. Eagle pride all around. That is so. That actually brings us to the next. Cause actually, no. We gotta talk about the whole event and everything. But that's gonna be the next thing. But it's like in regards to that experience, like what was your impression of that experience? Performing in front of that crowd and everything. Like,
I loved it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm an intimate person. I always love an intimate vibe. I like to be around. I feel like you can reach more people when there's a little bit of people there. Like, yeah, you can fill a room up, but when you can fill a room up, you can't really reach out to everybody. But in those kind of rooms and those kind of environments, the people you don't know, you can grab them, you can gain them, and you can have them forever. Those are the people you want to reach.
Yeah,
a more intimate setting always builds bigger traction for you as an artist, because those are who you get and who you get to keep.
Yeah, and I was networking with a lot of people there too. I already saw Soulless and Bamboozle from like the Charlotte Spark and everything. I saw a couple people that I knew. Even Queenie Love was there, and I actually, you know Queenie Love?
Yeah, I do. I really met her a little bit before the event, but she's cool.
Yeah, I had her on the podcast too. She was the first episode I did live, really, like this in this format. So it's like, shout out to Queenie Love for actually like helping me with that for real. Because like I feel like it's just like when I'm using the Mental Threads podcast and kind of staying in this community, I feel like this is a way for us to really kind of get our voices out there as well. Just interacting with each other, networking off that, and just kind of building a community. Every artist I interview, I try to add them to a playlist of all the artists I've interviewed. So it's just like once they get on my link tree, there's also like a link to that playlist. So it's like, so it would just, create traction for that. So it's not just Mental Threads I'm putting out there. I'm actually putting y'all out there as well. And that's what I just love about it. Just like the community that we're creating, I'm serving my purpose. I'm trying to like help Charlotte.
Everybody got a purpose. I was just telling somebody, like, it don't matter what you do. It is a lane out here for you to do it and just be... and get you some money, be big in it. Like, it's out here. Everything is out here for everybody to do.
Yeah, no, for real. So back on NCCU, what year did you graduate, man?
Central. I didn't graduate Central. I didn't graduate college. I went.
It's okay.
I graduated high school in 2009.
Okay, that's all right.
Yeah, I'm 33. So.
Oh, really? 33? You look like you're like my age. I'm 26 and everything. Okay, so it's like, black don't crack at all. You look amazing, man.
Thank you.
But your experience at North Carolina Central was pretty much positive, or was it just? It was just That's okay.
It was college.
It was college.
I was poor. I was eating noodles, going to class. I did good, but it was so costly that I'm like a person that once all my money start getting tied into something, I start trying to think of a way out. I'd be like, talking about I gotta pay for this out of pocket now.
Yeah,
get out of here.
Yeah.
So,
I'm still getting them. I'm still getting them letters and everything. I'll be turning the Ray Charles over them letters. I'm like, what letters? I ain't seen them.
I believe if you quit while you ahead, it's not the same as quitting.
Yeah, no, for real. It's just like my experience with North Carolina Central was very positive, because I got to connect with so many people that were like me, or that were interested in stuff like I was interested in too.
Okay, I was a whole nother person then. Like when I got out of high school.
Yeah, it's all right.
I grew up a little different. I was like a gangster. I ain't gonna lie. I was out here selling drugs and thugging as a girl, and I probably shouldn't have been, but I was. So I went to college. My mama made me go to college, actually. My mama sent me to Central. My cousin went to Central. My cousin Stephen Westbrook. He graduated way before I did, but he had moved out there. So in my mom's mind, somebody was out there to watch over me. And that's where I was going.
Okay.
So she sent me to college, and I went to college at West Side. Yeah. And I came back,
No, it's okay. Everybody's
positive individual. I came back okay.
Everybody's journey is different. Everybody's journey is different. And it's not, there's a lot of people who didn't finish who still went on to still live like happy lives. Like I had a friend who didn't finish at Central, and he drives trucks and he makes hella money, and he still gets to do his dream as a producer.
And I make good money doing that. So
yeah, and it's just like, nothing's guaranteed. You just kind of have to take one day at a time. Before I was at Central, I was struggling at CP, bro. It's just like all I did was smoke weed every day, bro. Socially.
I got to go to CP when I was in high school, my senior year of high school. I actually got out of school at 11:30 and went and did the class at CP, and I graduated January, and it was over.
Oh, okay.
I ain't go to prom. I ain't go to senior trip. I didn't do none of that. My senior year, I got up out of there and was...
Neither did I, man. I went to charter school. We ain't had no gym, no library, no nothing, bro. And they had prom, but it was like, I didn't want to be around those people, bro. Like, they're all slow.
What is the charter school?
It's like a school where they just pretty much get...
In Charlotte, the charter school's for bad kids.
Yeah, it was basically a mixture of that. Basically, it was really because it was during them times on CMS where they kind of did the whole school zone shit, which was kind of dumb and kind of racist, low-key, because they're trying to red zone kids into certain zones just to stop the intermixing and stuff like that. It's just like, just cut off the buses. So it's just,
was a lot.
Yeah.
Pat McCory messed us up.
Yeah, he really did. My home school was Garinger High School, and I had a cousin that went there. She was straight out of Liberia and everything, and she got
my sister.
yeah.
We stayed on Graham Street. My sister home school was West Charlotte.
West Charlotte. Yeah, I got friends that went to West Charlotte.
I don't even understand how you get from Graham Street to West Charlotte.
I really wish I would have went to West Charlotte. All my friends went there.
Van?
All my friends went to West Charlotte, bro.
I didn't go. I went to Philippa Berry, and I am so glad I went to Philippa Berry.
That's a good school.
Yes, it is.
It really is. Yeah, I got a friend that went there. I think he teaches there now. I think. Oh, my other friend coaches there for the football team.
That's dope.
Yeah, but we're all old, bro. So when we used to be like kids, now we're coaching and teaching kids. That's
amazing.
It's such an amazing thing. But it's just like, just everybody just has when I went to CBCC, literally, I got so distracted, bro. I lost a lot of weight too, because all I was doing just smoking weed and everything. I was barely eating. I was walking on to my destinations. I kind of helped, but it's like then I got depressed and I would just not eat at all, and then that got really bad.
I kind of just educated my mind in college, like I did. The education that I did, I used it. I definitely used it, but it just started getting, like I said, it got expensive. I had to get out of there when I was when I had to pay for it. Okay, so mind you, when I'm in college, my mom has a baby. Yeah, so I'm in college and 19 years old, and my mom's like, yeah, I just had a baby. I can't help you anymore.
Dang, that stinks, man. My apologies for that, man. It sucks to be
I was an adult, 19, you know what I'm saying? I'm in college, so.
I went to Central, I think I was like 20. So it was like right before I was legal to drink and everything. And then it was just like, beforehand, it was just really just me trying to get my life together because CBCC wasn't working. And I failed 3 straight semesters, bro, at CP, bro. Like, it was just like I went with pharmacy, and then that didn't work, and I kept trying to do pharmacy, and it still wasn't working.
I made the dean's list my first year at Central. Is how I ended up paying for that whole first year of school.
Oh, okay, that's dope. I was always on dean's list since I was first year there.
School, I fucked up.
It was so crazy for me, bro. Like, because I'm from CBCC, I was messing up. And then when I went to Rowan and Cabarrus, I was going there by myself. I started cutting people off and started focusing on myself. And then I started doing really good. Yeah. And then the further I got away from them, then I went to Central, bro. A's and B's. I didn't have 1 C until my last semester. And that's when I was really getting distracted. And then it's just like, but I was always an honor roll type student. And I never thought I was going to be an honor roll. So I had D's and C's throughout my whole life.
I ended up leaving college and marrying my husband. So I was like, yep, nope, he in the military. I'm gone.
Yeah, the military chicks be hitting. I got a friend who I got a couple cousins and friends that go through the military, and they say it's worth it. I don't know. I'm not a military type dude. I don't want people shooting at me in a different country.
What's crazy is I tried to go to the military, but I ended up changing my mind because I couldn't get into the Air Force. The Air Force won't let you in with tattoos at all. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah,
that's the rule?
They strict. They real strict. They won't let you in with no tattoos.
But the Army's cool, like with tattoos, though.
It depends on who your recruiter is, because the Navy wouldn't let me in because I done had these tats around my wrist since high school.
Yeah, man. They're gonna change their mind soon once they start the World War III situation. After they start drafting people,
you can get tattoos in the military.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Not before you get in there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which is crazy.
Nah, man. They start doing war. I'm going straight to Liberia. Like, nah, peace. I gotta go back to my other country. Nah, but it's like, back to the subject matter at hand. All the different experiences with NCCU and everything. So it's just like, in regards to motherhood and just trying to find a balance for your career and your home life, would you say it was kind of difficult?
It still is, you know. It's even more difficult now without. See, I would say I really just became an artist for real. I just started pushing music and really, putting stuff out there 2020. Before 2020, I had no intentions on being an artist. I didn't want to be an artist. When I was wife. I was a wife with 2 kids. My husband took care of bills, and I stayed at home, and I did mom things. Like my husband just always encouraged me, like, you can rap, you need to do music, you good at this.
That's nice.
So I do it around the house, here and there, and I engineered for him for a while.
That's cool.
But I didn't want to. I didn't see myself as an artist. I saw myself as an engineer, but I didn't see myself as an artist. And once he passed away, it was like, dang, I don't got nobody to engineer for it. So what am I gonna do? Like,
start engineering for yourself. Yeah, that was definitely a God bond type. That was what's a not God bond? What's the term? That was
twin flame.
Nah, yeah, twin flame. But it's just like I feel like it was blessed by God. Like your union was definitely blessed by God for sure. Because y'all kind of like meshed with each other. One was an artist, one was an engineer, one was encouraging one to be an artist. Yeah. And it's like it's so sad that your husband's life had to be cut short due to like ridiculous matters and everything. I'm sure he's with the Most High and everything, and the other world just living it up and stuff like that, looking over y'all.
Definitely. I feel like I'm healing from it. Like I will say, music helped me heal, skating helped me heal, processing and understanding helped me heal. I also feel like, God don't make no mistakes. And I feel like I learned a lot through losing my husband. I know, no, it's not the best situation. It's not the best circumstance. But I learned how to stand on my own 2 feet. I learned how to be a mom. I learned how to be a woman. I learned how to be strong. And those things I wouldn't have did before. Like, with no lies. Before, I would call my husband. I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. Call my husband. But now it's like I actually handle my own business. I'm doing things. And I wouldn't have been that person before.
Oh, that's wonderful. And you're very, very strong for doing that. Might have to go on intermission a little bit. Good. So let me know we're good. Okay, cool. We're good. Back on. I'm sorry.
I ain't never know it was 20 minutes.
Yeah,
20 minutes went by fast.
Yeah, no, seriously. That's how it is, man. That's the nature when you're having a good conversation and everything. And it's just like, you're a very strong individual. And you carry like a very high frequency type spirit to carry on after that. Like losing a loved one is a very traumatic experience. So to know that you came out of it stronger and more positive and still followed your dreams and you didn't even want to be an artist. And now it's like you're doing so good. I'm sitting there just like, oh, wow, she's so dope. I need to talk to her.
Thank you.
And everything. I was mesmerized when I was in the audience and stuff. And it's just like, I just love like, I take those time to just step out and just go. Like, I don't even go out that often and everything, unless it's like a Trey Rhodes event or something like that. Shout out to Trey Rhodes and Drew Billions and everything.
I'm glad you came. You found your tribe. You found your people. Because, from there, you can only meet more people like that. Like, you put yourself in the room with that frequency, with that vibe. It's only gonna branch out.
And it really just motivates me because it's like, okay, like, it's just like with this podcast situation, like it's really just started as an idea. And it's just like, there's a reason why God put images in your head. Just coming up with something like that, I looked at so I'm like, that could be a very cool podcast logo. Yeah. And it's like, why, maybe I should start a podcast. And I just put on my vision board and now went from like just interviewing with the phone with no live video at all. And now we're just doing it live. It's just like.
And look at the setup.
Like you're fucking with it. I really like that. And it's just like, it's just like you could do a lot of good like once you let God lead you. Like and everything. I feel like God has really led me through this path and everything. I appreciate y'all artists actually taking time to hop on. It really helps.
I feel like it helps us too. Like I can't speak for other artists, but I like to get my story out there. Like it is so important for me to tell my story because I feel like my story is only gonna make the music full circle for people. Not only that, I feel like my story gonna help somebody else because there's a lot of people. I meet a lot of people on a lot of days that they'll be down, they'll be depressed, they'll be sad, and they'll tell me their story, and I look at them and I'll be like, and if I tell you. What the hell I done been through? You would change your mind. You ain't even, and literally, like I don't know anybody that's been through what I've been through. I lost my husband I lost my husband on a Tuesday. Niggas robbed my house that Thursday. Like that whole year was crazy. I lost $10,000 that year. Paid for a funeral. Didn't even get reimbursed from that. They took my taxes that year. That year was crazy. Next year, my dad, like my little sister lost my little sister, my dad's daughter. She was pregnant. She gave birth to a stillborn. The year after that, the year after that, now she's sitting in prison for double armed robbery. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just so much crazy shit happened. So to be able to be like, hey, look, get it together. I look at people all the time and say that, like, get it together. Because if I could do it.
Yeah.
Every day. And then I can still be kind to someone else. I can still have compassion. Yeah. I can still love. I still care. And I still want us all to do good. If I can do that, ain't no reason for nobody to be walking around with no attitude, pissed off, or just not trying to support each other because I've been through the worst.
And it takes a lot of patience too, man. It's just like as black folk, I feel like we got a lot of patience. And I feel like that's why some of the best ideas just come from us when it comes to just like country music, hip hop, jazz, and everything. How do you be oppressed as a people and come up with so many things, genres of music, so many inventions like the street light and so on and so forth? I could let it up, but I ain't got to listen and everything. But,
I got a country song.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yes, I just shout out to Chris.
Oh, Chris Gear, yeah, you work with, he's cool. Like, you follow me on Instagram too.
QC Outlaws. Mm-hmm. We're gonna drop that, but it's a really dope record. It's really fun. I'm so excited to do it. It's my first country record. I feel like I did great on it for my first time. I killed it.
You might blow up of that because country is like getting some traction now, man.
It's one of them ones.
Yeah, heck, I'm starting to think about hopping the country too, man, because they got more soul. Like hip hop is losing its soul. It's all dark and everything. Someone always trying to fight over nothing.
That's exactly what that was. You're right. That was a good statement to make because it does have soul, but it's a different kind of soul. I'll let you hear the song once. I definitely gotta let you hear that song. It's dope though.
Yeah, man, because we came up with country music, man. Like the banjo was actually like, it was just something based off like the drum from West Africa. So we carry here to kind of turn into like a guitar type, and that's where like the sound, like the whole banjo comes from, basically. A lot of people don't realize that, and which is crazy. It's just, that's where country music comes from. Yeah, no, it's just like, so it's just like for you to even get the country music, that's your roots too. Just letting you know.
I just love music. I don't care what kind of music it is. I tell people like, you're not a real artist or musician if you ain't listening to everything. You can't be sitting there listening to nothing but rap music and you like, I'm the best rapper. It don't work.
And it's kind of getting hard to listen to nothing but rap. You always listen to throwbacks or like, the 90s R&B. Because back in the 90s R&B and the 80s type R&B, they were the part of the generation that was forced to go to church. So they had to sing in church. And I kind of like, kind of blended into a lot of their music. And you can feel it too, like with Jodeci and everything.
When I woke up this morning trying to go to church, I asked my cousin, I asked my kids. I tried to get everybody to go to church with me, honey. When I said nobody was trying to go to church with me,
just pull up by yourself. I go to church by myself all the time, bro.
I did. But it's like, dang, like that's another thing we getting so far away from. We getting so far away from spirit and
God and everything.
Hear that, you can hear that in that music. Like even. Like I know I don't rap about God all the time, but like some people worship through spirit. Everybody don't worship through I'm going to church every day or I'm finna preach the gospel. Some people, I am therefore I am.
Yeah, man, it's just like, your relationship with God, sometimes we go through things that bring us closer to God, and that's what comes with being the black sheep of the family and everything like that. It's just like it was funny, you're the black sheep, but you end up kind of being the shepherd of the family too, because you have to kind of lead that example. I'm one of the few people, like on my grandfather's, I'm the eldest of my grandfather's grandchildren, and I'm the first with a college degree. I'm the only one so far. I hope that others are going to follow right after me, but I got to set that standard and everything. It comes with a lot of pressure, and I welcome it because it's just like, with a lot of pressure comes a lot of great changes as well,
I didn't finish, but I was the first to go to college. My family, so I'll take that accomplishment. But I am the first to drop 5 albums, 5 videos.
Exactly.
I'm the first to, take their kids to the Bahamas. I am the first to do a whole lot of things out here. Okay.
I'm trying to go to the Bahamas for real, man. So now that you did it, that's a wonderful thing. I brought your kids. That's a very beautiful thing. But we could speak about a whole lot of that. I want to go deeper into your music because we got a little bit of time. My favorite songs I listen to music like Vibes, that Come Up Freestyle by Be Young, Myself, Mental. All of them are on YouTube, but I was really getting deeper on like your Apple Music playlist. Like it's just like songs like Way Up, very very raw. Moment, very chill vibe, has a momentous type vibe to that too. Then on the Mom EP, Trilogy, which is like based off of the trilogy and everything. Insomnia, Inadequate.
My husband rap name was Trill Phil.
That is so cool. So you're just kind of shouting out to him. So like for the Mom EP, especially, just want to feel like what was really inspiring you to like produce such a project? Because like a lot of those songs like Insomnia, Inadequate, Mental, and SMF, Motivated, Thinking of You, they're really really dope songs.
So all of those, the Mom project was the very first project I released where I owned 100% all of the music. We were able to do whatever we wanted. My brother My brother co-produced half of it. Shout out to ATG, and then Ill Music, Jizzle at Compound Studios produced the other half of it. And I'm really close with them. They let me come in and they ask me, you know, how you feeling today? What kind of music do you want to make? And you know, we cook all of our beats up from scratch.
That's
and
great.
Yeah, we cook up from scratch, and however I'm feeling, I write to the loop, and the songs just kind of come to me. Like whatever it is, I write it down, we record it, and we decide what we're gonna put out. I got way more music out than way more music hidden than I have out.
Great.
But I think this go round, I'm not gonna do a project. I think I'm gonna, like I said, I think I'm just gonna do single after single, because I feel like, you know, for me, that was the last classic in my mind. I got, because of the albums I have out, I feel like they're all going to be classics.
Yeah.
Because I got to put out music when people were actually listening to albums.
Yeah.
They're not doing it as much no more. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's my last classic album. From there on, you only get singles.
Okay,
That's just how I run it.
I feel that. Like for my instance, I want to drop like at least 3 EPs, like about like 8 tracks a piece and everything, but like, you know, re-release the songs versus singles, and then want to focus on the following year just dropping nothing but singles, and just me just building that day-to-day routine of just like writing a song, finding time to write a song, feeling the song, listening to a beat and everything, getting inspired. The way my albums are set up, I want to go back later and shoot them all as like a mini movie. Oh, yeah, your music video production is amazing.
Thank you.
Very
Thank
great.
you. Shout out to director Millie, because he be going off, and shout out to Yawn Productions, because that's who shot My Moment in the Mountains. That's a vibe. Go watch that.
Please put me on too. I need to make a music.
Yeah. I definitely will. Like I said, I like to plug people in, so whoever I can link you with, I will.
Networking. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but the way my album's set up, so my first album is called Ship Sail. Now, I dropped that album. I had a manager at the time who was supposed to be managing us, getting us a label, and that didn't go according to plan. They was trying to really like take a percentage of some shit when shit was already in motion. And I ended up the day that they were like, yeah, I'm gonna want 10%. I ended up dropping all my music that night. I ended up being like, yeah, fuck that nigga. I'm finna drop all the music tonight. We finna release this I released it under me, Jizzle, and my brother. All of us split the percentage, and then boom, Ship Sail. That's why we named the first album Ship Sail.
Just get it done with and get it out the way.
Yeah, that
sucks, man.
They didn't even get to be a part of it. Like we had the meeting, and when I say I went home and I made phone calls, I was like, yo, we finna drop this music tonight. Fuck that nigga. We finna, if anything, we gonna have music out before we sign this deal. So that if we do pop, we get some money somewhere, and they don't get it before we do. You know?
Want to build leverage.
Right.
Yeah. That's why I think about Russ, and when it comes to situation, like I don't know. Do you know about Russ, the artist?
I can't remember what his situation was, but what I like about Russ is, do you know who Rex Liferage is?
No. Who's
he's an artist from Berkeley, California. Russ actually put Rex on, and I fuck with how Russ be actually like bringing artists on tours and actually trying to, get artists
real with
traction.
it. He's real when it comes to the music thing, and then trying to educate us too about trying to stay independent, trying to build leverage before even signing anything.
Yep.
And it's just like, people want to say, I want to get signed, and I'm like, that's cool and all, but I really want to build a fan base for just people that I know are going to like consistently like support me.
You don't need the rest of it if they'll pay for it.
Because if you get like 100 people to buy like 100 t-shirts, and it'd be like $10, like what, 10 times 100, that's 1,000 right there. So like if it was like $20, okay, that's 2,000. And so I don't know if I'm doing the math. I'm a public school kid too, like middle school and high school. Like,
they ain't teach us shit.
They ain't teach us a damn thing. But it's just like just stuff like that. Like it's all a numbers game, but it's like about the consistency. People that really like fuck with you personally, those are people that are gonna show out. Like I went to every Dreamville Fest, and that's just all because I fuck with J. Cole and his whole camp. So I'm like, I'm always gonna show up.
I still haven't been to a Dreamville Fest.
It's a vibe. You gotta pull up. I feel like he's getting on his last leg with that. I need to hurry up and drop music so I can be able to possibly perform for an event there too.
Just like promote. Like what I don't like about Charlotte and North Carolina is it's not enough like major curated events where artists can go to and, you know, engage with people.
I think there's a Carolina Barbecue Fest coming up. I could send you the information for that, but that's going to be in a different town. But it shouldn't be too far, or whatever. But it's just a work in progress. You know, it's just we know where the issues are. All we got to do is just focus on correcting them, and then it'll start taking traction, and the momentum will build up, and then it'll be like a thing of the past. Like, man, we really had a point we didn't have no big festivals. Now we got a festival every year, and now we got 4 festivals, and that's why I try to bring up a crowd freak and everything. I bring it up to a lot of the artists. They're stationed in Detroit, and it's like distro freak and everything. You know, but they got the thing called DistroKid, and they got their own thing called Distro Freak and everything, or they pretty much upload everybody's music on all platforms, and they can give you opportunities not just put your music on playlists to get more eyes on your product, but also give you opportunities to perform at their music festivals like Backwoods and Bonfires, Ace 20 Fest, very, very large. And
I think that's where the VAPA Center's going with what they got going on. The Visual and Performing Arts Center downtown, they got a lot of dope stuff going on for artists and trying to just create a community for musicians versus painters and artists.
And it's not bad to step out of your city to learn more things. You know, I'm just saying, it's just like, you know, it's just everybody gets something from somewhere. A$AP Rocky, born in New York, but he got something from Houston in terms of their sound. And then they got to dominate with the whole A$AP thing for a while. And just stuff like that. It's just like, it's always good to be different and also trying to put your own spin on things, but also draw your creativity from other places too. Inspiration.
You have to stay different, stay creative, and then stay positive, because that's gonna help.
What was that? What was that? Some pop.
No, was it that?
Oh yeah, it was a. I'm like, ooh. I think the paintings just fell on the background. I think. Yeah, I think.
That's all I could think of. It was the only thing down. You know?
Yeah. It's no big deal, but yeah. Getting back to the subject matter at hand. I know like your other project, Endless Wave EP, TMS, very raw sound, Mourn, Heavy B Wood, and
TMS mean talk my shit.
Yeah, okay, talk my shit. I was wondering what does that mean, and also Siegel. I feel like, have you ever listened to Carrie Foe? Or ever heard of Carrie Foe?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, she's an artist. I'm like, that's what it kind of remind me of Carrie Foe. She's from Atlanta and everything. Okay. It's like, it's really, you can probably check her out.
Siegel is about Siegel Ave in North Charlotte.
Oh, so it's about a town, like a street.
Yeah, it's about a street in North Charlotte.
Okay, and so your Endless Wave EP, was it just a bunch of songs you put together that was just really dope, or was it like?
Yeah, it was an endless wave. It was like from the ship has sailed and the wave is endless.
Oh,
that's why I said I want to shoot it as a little series.
That is so cool. Your creativity has a strong foundation.
Thank you. And I'm a Pisces.
Oh yeah.
The water.
Yeah, water. Oh yeah, that's really, really. I'm an Aquarius. So it's all
a fish need water. You're a water bear.
Yeah, but I'm also a wind sign, which is so funny about that. My mom's a Pisces.
That's how the ocean moves. A fish needs water.
My mom is a Pisces and my father an Aquarius. So it's like one's logical and one's emotional. So I just kind of yeah.
I'm logically emotional, and it's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got emotional intelligence. Would you say? Yeah. There you go. There's a word for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it's just like, just the ending notes. Like, what are some highs and lows that you experienced as an independent rap artist?
I would say the entire thing has been a high. Like, I'm thankful. I'm thankful. I'm very thankful that, you know, I can say through my entire music career, I probably only spent a total of $200 in doing music.
Okay.
I'm talking about all my beats have been made for me personally. Like, I don't even know how to find a beat on the internet. I be so upset trying to rap to the internet beats, because my brain don't work like that.
Yeah.
I need to go in there and be like, you know what would sound good? A flute.
Oh, okay.
A flute. And you know, like, I have to be able to do it like that.
That's
so
cool.
I'm thankful that I can go get beat. I literally create my own sound. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that excuse me, I don't pay for studio time.
Oh, great. Yeah, that's gonna take some.
Yeah, my brother is the engineer. My brother is the producer, and then me and Jizzle, we went to high school together. I've known him my whole life. So we got like all my engineers, we got contracts. We got 50-50 deals. Whatever song we got, we split that shit 50-50 when it blow.
That's nice.
That's how it go. Like,
that's very nice.
We both got the same work ethic when it comes to the music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's why I said I feel like it's all been a high, because the only thing I've been doing is learning, is growing. I got my own podcast from this. I done got so much stuff from doing music, and it has taken me so many high places that the lows don't even fucking matter. Like, I probably only had one low, and that was one individual. That was the first low. An individual thinking they was gonna come in and get a percentage of something they ain't worked for. That was it. It was like, oh, let me cut you now, and let me show y'all how we finna do this. It won't be nobody else. It'll just be the game.
It's so crazy. And do you feel like Charlotte has a chance to become a major city in the hip hop game sooner than later?
I feel like they're working on it. I don't know. I need some water. The Viper Center actually just started I want to say they called it the Charlotte Music Association.
Oh, nice.
I'm not sure if that is the accurate name. Don't quote me on that. But Charlotte Music Association, where they will be helping fund artists, helping artists get grants, and then focusing on music in Charlotte, because we advocated for that. And as by we, I mean like about a year ago, they were doing Zoom calls for artists and creatives in Charlotte.
Oh.
You could join in on the call, and you could tell them like what you felt like was missing. This is missing, that is missing. And a lot of people joined in, a lot of people sent in feedback, and a lot of people told them what was missing, and it was us.
Oh, okay.
People that looked like us and people that were us as far as different kinds of artists. Cool. And they listened. I feel like, that's what we're doing next.
All right, cool. Final question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I just want to keep going. Like, as of right now, my plan, my life be changing. I keep recreating and rebranding. Life's about change. I feel like, I already got the home I want to live in.
Nice.
My car's paid for and everything. So nice. I just feel like I want to raise my kids to be, the best them they can be. I want to continue to grow musically, continue to grow as a mom, as a skater, as a content creator, and build my YouTube up higher than it is now and stuff. So,
and you're doing a wonderful job with that. And it's just like, just having this conversation with you has been very refreshing and so on. It's just hearing your background and your struggles. I feel like it's very inspiring as well. And it just kind of gives us a sense that we need to just kind of step back and just, really just take it all in. Like, people can go through so many things and still find positive and still find purpose and keep pushing and everything. Yeah. So it's just like, you definitely got me fired up to get back in the studio again.
I always
for sure.
tell people you have to triumph through your tragedy. That is the thing for me, being strong through everything, because you can be.
All right. In closing, do you have any other final words before we go off?
No, y'all just follow me at Diary of Shadow on TikTok, on Instagram, SfmBig Muva on YouTube. I'm probably going to create a new YouTube for Shadow as well. But all of the new music I'm going to release as a different artist, as a different name. It's a different vibe. It's not even the same energy. So I don't even want to connect it.
All right, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, that's it for the Mental Threads podcast.
Thank you.
We are sewing in, and then we are sewing out. Wonderful. Thank you very much, man. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, we good to go? Good. All right. Just went up. Just 1 minute over an hour.